Being someone who hardly makes her way for cinema theater, since I have always liked watching movies in my own isolation, I was desperately waiting for Buckingham Murders to be released on OTT so that I could finally hop onto the Hansal Mehta directed thriller drama, which looked appealing from the very first time I saw its poster that featured our own Bollywood Pooh, whom people have actually not been able to look beyond her over the top performances. As the OTT release suffered a little backlash from the viewers on Twitter regarding the unavailability of the original dubbing, and often a personal Twitter brawl with the director himself, it finally made its place among people, though with a slow progression. Buckingham Murder is a movie made touching sensitive themes woven in an investigative tale. It starts with Jasmeet Bhamra, played by Kareena Kapoor, who is struggling to come in terms with the fact that her son had been shot dead. Being consumed by the nightmares of the city that took her son away, Jasmeet takes transfer to Buckinghamshire, where she is inevitably handed over the case of the murder of a 10-year-old Sikh boy. With religious conflicts already being the sensitive matter in the town, the arrest of a Muslim boy as a suspect leads to doubling it altogether. What transpires further is a gripping investigation and Jasmeet's slow development of interest in solving the case as she senses various loopholes in it. The movie not only covers the murder plot but also Jasmeet's personal journey of overcoming her loss. There is no doubt that Buckingham Murder holds you from the very start till the end with its watertight commentary. However, some screenplay off tracking can be taken as laziness in exploring that particular subject. As the movie proceeds and delves into subplots of religious animosity growing in the town, the LGBTQIA angle, and the not so simple life of the immigrants, it hardly explores these themes in depth as if nearly giving it a feather touch. But the reason behind this less exploration of these subplots could be Jasmine's personal journey through the investigation being established as the focal point. What stands out in movie along with the storyline and production is the linguistic treat. One of the major complaints of this section of audience has always had with Indian movies is the butchering of languages whenever there is a different culture or nationality represented. But the Kareena Kapoor starrer thriller leaves no room for that complaint, as the beauty of it lies in the fact that there is no child play done with the languages. The film is majorly in English, while there are parts in Hindi, and you won't find yourself getting annoyed with the unnecessary accents. The casting of the movie is done brilliantly without putting familiar British or, as they say, Angrez faces in front of you. While we will talk about Kareena in detail, I must mention it firstly that the surprise for me was celebrity chef Ranveer Brar playing Daljit Kohli with such conviction that you won't feel it coming from a non actor. This really becomes a pleasant surprise when you get to see a good effort delivering apt results, especially when you expect it to not go very well. The star of the movie, Kareena Kapoor. It's almost a shame that even now some of the audiences sees it as a surprise that Kareena is working in a non-glamorous movie when she has been able to prove her spectrum of acting with the most typical Bollywood heroine roles to the roles of Chameli, Omkara, Jab We Met, Dev, or even the recently released Jaane Jaan on Netflix. Over the decade, Kareena has explored all forms of cinema she could and should have, and it's good to see that a director like Hansal Mehta was able to place his trust on her, and Kareena didn't disappoint. A clever officer not backing down on her instincts while undergoing the trauma of a mother is exceptionally delivered by her, and any critical point put forward will look like just a jibe taken. You can't ignore the fact that always being in shimmer, it was a daring effort to go on so nude faced on camera that each line on her skin was visible, and it only added more realism and humanism to Jasmeet's character. Kareena submitted herself into Jas, and you will feel that in each scene as she naturally gets embroiled in the case. The Buckingham murder holds you in for an interesting yet subtle journey of a murder and the animalistic mystery behind it, with Kareena as your anchor through the story, who will hold you till the very end. This was the Tales Furious take on the said movie. Do let us know in the comments what are your thoughts about it. We will soon meet you with next video.